How are you seeing residents pay for this care in assisted living communities? Are you seeing self-pay, family pays, long-term care insurance, combination?
Yeah, it's a combination of a lot of different things. You know, the generation that is actually moving into assisted living now, you know, these are the lifers that have been guaranteed pensions from companies that they've worked with for, 30 years or whatever. So they have Social Security, they have pension or some type of program. Some might have already tapped into an annuity that they're receiving on a monthly basis. So that's all considered into that. And you have to take that off of what your budget needs are. And then, if it costs $5,000 and you're making $2,000, then now you have a differential of $3,000. So it's, well, where do I get that $3,000? And you can tap into VA aid and attendance if you served during military time of combat, which affects a lot of seniors nowadays that are retiring and moving into communities. The spouses can even receive some support as long as they are married to the military veteran. Okay. Then there's also long-term care insurance. I'm a daughter that's blessed with a 93-year-old father that has a policy, and that's a saving grace as well, because those are definite opportunities to help pay for the cost of care because it is expensive. I'm definitely a proponent of long-term care insurance. There's also, selling of the property. A lot of times people stay in their homes because they don't know how to do it. And that's where connecting with a senior care advisor like myself can walk them through all the different options that are available and don't make it so overwhelming and unmanageable to be able to get to that community that you know that you're going to thrive in and enjoy. I had a 90-year-old woman a couple summers ago that I connected with, and she had lived through the pandemic. It almost made you cry about how sad she felt in her home every time I met with her. And initially I just got to know her and, we talked about different options, and you could just see on her face, she just didn't know how she was going to do it. She has one son and he was disabled himself. So she knew she couldn't rely on him to help make these decisions for her, be able to navigate the system. We identified a community that she thinks she was going to like, and the apartment. We explained the budget to her and how that might look. And I was able to connect her with a realtor. I sat right there at her kitchen table as she interviewed with the realtor to be able to determine if, what the realtor was telling her, if she wanted to list with her, the things that she needed to change about her house. And then I was able to connect her with a resource that totally comes in and helps her go through her entire house, downsizing it, identifying what she's going to keep, what she's going to throw away, what she's going to donate, and really hone in on all those aspects to help make that decision so that she's not doing it alone. Yeah. And I was a project manager for that whole thing. And I have to tell you, once she got into her assisted living community, I see her quite regularly, and she beams from side to side with smiles. She loves it there. She has friends there, and she is enjoying all the aspects that she wasn't able to experience and enjoy through COVID and being isolated in her home.
Right. She has a new lease on life.
Yes.
Yeah. She does. And you were able to help her in that process from beginning to end. Yeah. And I think that's a great point, especially for older adults who maybe they don't have family nearby or family at all that can help in that process. So you really want to find someone that's reliable and trustworthy that can guide them through the process to help them navigate this, because it can be really overwhelming if you're doing this all on your own. And then if you compound that with, if there are any health issues involved, man, that can just be, you know what, I'm just not going to do anything because it's just too much for me to consider. So teaming up with someone like Miriam to help you navigate this and figure out, you know what, this is manageable. We can do this. We have an advocate. We have someone here to help us that's on our side. And then to really help us find the right community for me, because it is customized. So yeah, great stuff, Miriam.